In Shining World Compassion Award news from the United States, Owen Coley, a then 6-year-old boy from Massachusetts, was saddened to hear of the animals who had been affected by the 2020 bushfires in Australia. As his father is from Sydney, Owen has a connection with the country and even lived there briefly as a toddler. After Owen spoke with his mom and dad, the idea was born to make clay images of the special Australian koala. Young Owen began by offering a clay koala to friends and family in exchange for their donation of at least $50 in either Australian or US dollars to Australia's Wildlife Rescue South Coast, or WRSC. The project soon expanded to a website, and the family has since raised over $297,000 US.
When there's a problem, you always can find a way to solve it, and that's what my family and I did.
When the caring efforts of Owen and his family came to the attention of Supreme Master Ching, she lovingly presented Owen Coley with the Shining World Compassion Award plus $20,000 in Heaven's mercy. To further this touching, selfless work, may God love you, yours, and protect all lives. Our association members in Massachusetts, United States, were pleased to present the award letter, crystalline plug, Master's financial contribution, and her publication and DVDs to Owen.
Having started with a target of $5,000, to your surprise, close to $300,000 has been donated, well beyond your expectations. The contributions went to the New South Wales-based volunteer-operated organization, Wildlife Rescue South Coast, which is providing shelters and setting up feeding stations for animal friends left without homes from the fires. You are amazing, Owen Coley. Acting as a torchbearer on behalf of animals, you have uplifted spirits with your noble actions, uniting fellow like-minded citizens to benefit our fellow co-inhabitants.
Thank you, Supreme Master Ching for this gift.
Congratulations, Owen and the Coley family. May God continue to bless you and your love for the animals, as we pray for a vegan world where all our beautiful co-inhabitants can flourish in safety. For the full presentation of the Shining World Compassion Award to Owen Coley, please tune in to our Shining World Awards program at a later date.
Alliance of World Scientists calls for climate measures, including reduced global meat consumption. The Climate Emergency 2020 in Review, signed by more than 13,700 scientists worldwide, warns that the climate crisis is accelerating more rapidly and is threatening both the biosphere and humanity. The report calls for 6 massive-scale transformations involving energy, short-lived air pollutants, nature, food, economy, and population. Notably, the research highlighted that eating more plant-based foods would significantly reduce emissions of greenhouse gases, including methane, free up lands for growing human food, and restore degraded ecosystems while ensuring healthier diets for the world's populations. To achieve this, the authors proposed a series of policy actions, which include minimizing tillage to maximize soil carbon, reducing livestock subsidies, and supporting the development of meat alternatives. Many thanks, Alliance of World Scientists. For our planet's survival, may all countries first and foremost transition to a vegan food system in heaven's wisdom.
Test has been developed to detect mood disorders. A first-of-its-kind blood test has been created by researchers that can accurately distinguish the 3 forms of a protein known as BDNF present in the brain. In particular, the mature form of BDNF is known to protect the brain, while the other 2 cause harm. The scientists recommended that measurements of the mature BDNF protein that are lower than a certain level could be used to diagnose depression and bipolar disorder. The finding, which was published in the Journal of Psychiatric Research, is a result of a collaboration between scientists at the University of South Australia, the University of Adelaide, also in Australia, and Kunming Medical University in China. Our appreciation, researchers, for this medical advancement. We pray for all to live joy-filled lives on this planet in divine love.
Researchers find microplastics in the air above the ocean. Researchers from the Weizmann Institute of Science in Israel have found that the air above seemingly pristine parts of the ocean contains microplastics defined as smaller than 5 millimeters across. The particles are being transported around the globe via air bubbles on the ocean surface or by the wind. A collection inlet was attached to the mast of a sailing boat that took samples of the material in the air. Common plastics such as polyethylene, polystyrene, polypropylene, and more were found. The researchers noted that in addition to being a health risk to humans, the microplastic pollution of the planet also presents a great risk to the health of sea animals. Thank you, researchers from the Weizmann Institute of Science, for alerting us about the plastic pollutants found even in the air. In heaven's support, may we quickly switch to ecologically friendly alternatives that can decompose into natural and safe substances.
Caribbean-based novel wins Britain's famed Costa Book of the Year award. Trinidad-born Dr. Monique Roffey, who now resides in the United Kingdom, was honored with the 2020 Costa Book of the Year award, including a £30,000 prize. Dr. Roffey's winning novel, The Mermaid of Black Conch, is derived from a legend passed down by the Taino indigenous people of the Caribbean and tells a mesmerizing tale of a mermaid's journey from sea to land. Judges described the story as utterly original and a classic in the making. Starting in 1971, the Costa Book Awards are one of the UK's most reputable recognitions in literature, created to encourage and honor British writers. A warm congratulations, Dr. Monique Roffey, and thank you, Costa Book Awards, for broadening the world's awareness of great storytellers. May humanity continue to celebrate the arts, which bring us greater understanding of life and cultures.
Fashion company commits to a vegan future. Sweden-headquartered sustainable fashion brand Nuin, founded in 2019, produces a range of fashionable clothing that has a low carbon footprint. Although their clothes were already vegan, Nuin has recently made the firm commitment to always be a compassionate company, signing up to be certified by the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA, a Shining World Compassion Award recipient. Co-founder Stephanie Giesinger stated, "There is no real reason for killing and torturing animals for our own personal gain in food and fashion." Such gladdening news, Stephanie Giesinger and Nuin, on your ethical stance. In God's peace, may noble companies around the world join in sending out this message of love toward our animal co-inhabitants.
Rescued canine saves caregiver's life. Brian Myers of New Jersey, United States, suffered a stroke while sleeping. When he tried to get up at night to use the bathroom, he fell to the floor. 6-year-old German Shepherd companion Sadie stayed with Mr. Myers, crying and licking his face, thus keeping him conscious. She then heroically pulled her caregiver across the room as he held onto her collar, enabling him to reach his cell phone and call for help. Mr. Myers had adopted Sadie from an animal shelter just a few months before the incident. The grateful man said, "I love her more than I can express. She was there for me in my time of crisis, and she knew instinctively what to do somehow." Bravo, Sadie, for your fast, intelligent, and life-saving actions. In divine light, we pray for Mr. Myers' speedy recovery and for all our animal friends waiting in shelters to soon find a loving home.
Supreme Master Ching gladly present the Shining World Hero Award to Sadie, plus $2,000 for vegan treats with big hugs, praises, and a lot of love. May you and your caregiver both be blessed and well in heaven's embrace.